very, very good defensive player. And with the ball will be the libero, Spencer Etzler. We are underway here in Jervey. The Tigers in orange and the Cardinal in the Cardinal red. And down the line, a good start for the Tigers. That's freshman Ejim Aksoy.
Aksoy here, she is going to get more and more experience every time she's on the court, but what a great way to start the match off.
Just her 9th set appearance. She gets the start, they go right to her. Very talented freshman. She's the only freshman on this roster.
That's right.
Near side and off the block, a point for Stanford. Good attack there by 7, Julia Blashova. Blashov 6'3", going to be a big part of the attack. The Tigers, quick set there for a point. They regain the lead.
And you can see both those points by the Clemson Tigers started with excellent passing. They're able to run their middle and get the point.
This Clemson team has relied increasingly heavily on middles. We'll talk about that as we go through. Mia Moore blocked down. That will be a common theme as Stanford very good defensively at the net.
And that was Lizzie Andrews there, the middle blocker for the Stanford Cardinals. She stands at 6 feet 5 inches tall.
She and Blashov, a lot of size there on the left side of the attack. This is Moore for Clemson. Again, off the block, McGrath tried to keep it alive, but Stanford gets the point.
Another block there by Lizzie Andrew. Again, 6'5", sophomore. She's from Washington. She's just extremely talented in the middle block position.
By the way, that last one, it was Mia Moore got the kill, and not the block. So Clemson with a 1-point lead. Moore, cross court, nice delivery from the lefty.
And that is so fun that the Clemson Tigers continued to go to Moore, even though she got blocked a couple times there. They've set her again, and she brought everything she has with this swing, using all of that left-handed power.
Tigers early on, pretty effective with their swings. Off the top of the net and down, Mia McGrath in a one-on-one situation, feeling good about herself.
So far, both teams are playing very evenly matched volleyball. Stanford is leading 5-2.
Near side, off the top of the block. Kate Hansen in the lineup. Nice pancake there by Claire Luma. McGrath blocked. Clemson recovers, back to her. Wide.
They're looking for the touch. So Mia McGrath, when she swings, she's always aiming for the hands of the blocker. So this is such a fun play. I'm glad we're getting to see it again. There was a demonstration of a pancake defensive move. Unfortunately, did not result in a point for the Tigers, but great defense.
Stanford down a pair. Coco Kirsch, 5'9" redshirt sophomore on the serve that time. She digs out the play by McGrath, and now in another cross-court attack, and it gets Stanford within 1.
And that there's the middle blocker, Erica Sayer for the Stanford Cardinals. She has a one-on-one opportunity. The Clemson Tigers really need to focus on 2 blocks up for all of these Stanford players.
Sayer, a very talented defensive player. And Kate Hansen answers.
That's great to see Clemson getting their middles involved early. That's the 2nd kill already by Kate Hansen.
Hansen, one of those middles that have played. They've played as many as 4 in rotation. Put down. Big swing there by Sayer, her 2nd kill.
And
let's look at Catherine Sand, her 1,400th career assist on the last play. Jackie Simpson-Keir loves working with setters, and Catherine Sant is off to a tremendous start in her Clemson career.
Yeah, she's won multiple ACC Player of the Week awards.
There's Mia McGrath, her first kill. That's nicely done.
Out of the back row on that one, too.
Told you she is coming up on 1,000 career points, and she is now 1 away.
Good serve by the Tigers, out of system play.
A little bit long. Stanford just a little out of sorts. Cross-country travel, you're trying some new pieces. Probably not unexpected at this point.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity for the Clemson Tigers to play their best volleyball, and for the Stanford Cardinal, they're working out some, newbies. Like the freshmen, they haven't been out on the court as much.
Here's Hansen serving. Low.
Nice defense by the middle blocker. Love to see it.
Oxoy. McGrath keeps it up. Back to her. Drops it off the top of the net, but right there. Ipart Kurd kept it alive. Oxoy again. Near side. And the block there sort of ate it up. That kill going to go to Logan Tusher.
I don't know if we have a time clock on how long that play was, but wow.
Correction, that's Sayer one more time, 22. Now here's a look at Stanford's roster. You got Timber Turner, 7 newcomers, all freshmen, not a single transfer. This is a very young squad.
There's one of the freshmen for Stanford getting the job done. But yeah, that's impressive that they have 10 returners and 7 newcomers. That's a lot of new players, and they're all freshmen, so they didn't transfer in. So that gives Coach Hambly the chance to really teach them the culture, let them bond with their teammates, and then they can continue to grow and be leaders for the next season.
Ipart Kurt, a third-year sophomore from Istanbul, finds the top of the net. Clemson up 2 now, 9-7.
And the Tigers are probably really proud of themselves at this point to be up 2 points on one of the best teams in the country.
Catherine Sant, the serve. Ball delivered a little long. Gildon with the dig. McGrath from the back line. That middle block of Stanford gets the job done. Harvey and Sayer with a combo effort.
Yep, very tough blocking combination there. Mia McGrath goes up with all she has, but it's like hitting against a wall when they're perfectly set and disciplined like that.
Here's Oxoy, and the block is wide.
Oxoy is playing great as a freshman for the Clemson Tigers. She's one of the international players for the Tigers, but it's just such a smart play there to find the blockers' hands and use them to hit the ball out of bounds, which results in a point for the Tigers.
Again, just 22 kills on the season. It's just her 9th set appearing, but a .237 hit percentage that is better than the team average. So this is somebody that Jackie Simpson-Keir probably doesn't mind giving a few opportunities to earn kills.
That was some hops there from number 7. Julia Blastoff, excuse me. So here she is, hang time, goes over the block and down.
McGrath. Off that block. O'Kerr keeps it up. Now Moore. Beautifully placed. Mia Moore, this is one of her best sets of the season so far.
Yeah, she is coming in and saying, set me the ball, I want the ball, and that's exactly the kind of aggression that Coach Keir needs out of her players tonight.
Moore, a very talented older player, senior, out of Frisco, Texas. Drop shot, Sant is there. They were ready for Sant that time. Harvey.
Ooh, net.
Back to Harvey, and a net violation there. So Stanford again a little sloppy. Clemson happy to take advantage of those mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is, again, we know that Stanford is letting some of their younger players get more experience tonight, but you don't normally see errors like this from the Cardinals.
Again, that little slide to Lizzie Andrew in the middle, 6'5", and puts it down easily.
So right now, when the Stanford Cardinals are running that play, they're able to get a one-on-one situation with the block, and their middle blockers are so effective that they are just not making a mistake.
Here's Blashoff.
That was a very good serve from the Stanford Cardinals.
Blocked down, Mia McGrath.
And Mia's celebrating big on that one. She, again, was left in a one-on-one opportunity. So for Mia McGrath and all of her height, coming in at 5'11" to block the 6'5" middle blocker for the Stanfords, you know she's celebrating.
And that was Mia McGrath's 1,000th career point. So a major milestone there with that block. That may be a little bit of the extra emotion that time.
I don't even know if she knew it. She probably doesn't, but that is such a huge milestone in any career. Mia McGrath, one of the leaders for the Clemson Tigers. Congratulations, 1,000 career points.
6 rotation player, so vital in so many ways to this team, including doing that. Set near side.
I saw net again. Yep.
Net violation again, and Clemson now up 3 on the Cardinal, 14-11.
We have a good bird's eye view up here, so we can see the net move sometimes faster than. But you can see here the outside hitter for the Cardinals. She's just swinging. The ball was a little bit tight, so she hits the net on her swing.
McGrath tried to keep it up, but that is put down easily by Sayer. Off to a fantastic start. The youngster Sayer, who really had a coming out party of epic proportions against the Miami Hurricanes, especially defensively.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the defensive points came from her blocking.
And she had a career high 10 blocks against the Hurricanes.
Wow, impressive.
Near side, another big swing, this time by 15. That is Kurt. Early and often, they've tried to attack from the outside with her, and it works there.
So the Stanford team now, they're within 1 point of the Clemson Tigers, and you can see they're working out some of their kinks. They're more in system now. They're getting a lot of one-on-one opportunities with their offense. Very difficult to defend that.
Back to Kurt, and long. So Clemson, again, extends the lead. There's a challenge for Stanford on this play. They're looking at a touch here, and we've got a chance to look at some replays. I keep in mind our replays don't necessarily sync up with theirs. What do you see here, Aaron?
What we're looking for are any of the fingers moving from the Tigers? Does the ball change direction, trajectory in any way, shape, or form? And it needs to be irrefutable evidence to overturn the call, which right now is no touch.
The call on the play, the ball was in. The call will be reversed. Stanford will retain their challenge. It'll be 14-14.
Okay, so they challenged the touch. That was what was announced right when we went to break. As a part of that, though, they can review the entire play, and as you heard there, they actually ruled that the ball was in. So they're not just looking at the specific part of the challenge. They actually looked to the end of the play, and they decided the ball was on the line.
Right, exactly. So good challenge by the Cardinal, and ultimately they get to keep their challenge card and use it again later in the match, and they win the point.
That's also back-to-back kills for Kurt, who had a bit of a slow start, but now if they can get her going on the outside, the Cardinal can work their way back into this. It's 14-14, and once again, Tigers going to have to take 2 hits to get it across. Hansen in the air. Sant goes McGrath back line. Over to the freshman. Backside, big swing and put down by Jordan Harvey.
And Harvey's one of those players that always delivers. Let's see, that is her 2nd kill for the evening, but amazing. I got to point out the block coverage from the Tigers on that play to keep the ball alive, again, against such a dominant block that's coming from the Cardinal side.
That is the first lead of the day for Stanford. Jackie Simpson-Keir having a conversation We're going to keep it here. I guess it was maybe some thought about whether you're going to take a break at 15. We already did that, so we're going to keep playing. I think it makes a lot of sense. Again, Stanford's block so sturdy. Hansen just drops it over. Off the carom, the Tigers will get the point. That was a heads-up play by Hansen. Had almost no chance, but she put it in the right spot.
Yeah, that's maybe one of those points where you kind of laugh about because you want to know how in the heck that worked, but it did, and you know she's thrilled about it.
(15-15) Hansen with the serve. Clemson's block. Again, doing work, and again work there, but off the side of the block, and Sayer gets her 6th kill on 6 swings here in the first set.
And Sayer's such a fun player to watch. She stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall, and she's only a freshman. She's from Colorado Springs. Plays a lot older than a freshman.
Drop shot didn't quite sneak across from Okur. That'll be a cheapie for the Cardinal, who lead by 2 as they've just sort of methodically slid in front here in the first set. Tigers having a hard time. Kept alive off the net. Again, playing a lot through the freshman, Oxoy. And right there, a timeout as Okur ended up basically in no man's land. And the Cardinal fortunate that time. They're up by 3, and now a timeout called by Clemson here. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and reset things. The Tigers trailing Stanford by 3 here in Jervey.
From baskets to breakthroughs, Stanford student athletes set records on the field and push boundaries in the classroom. We're working to cure cancer, code ethical AI, build new companies, and discover sustainable food solutions. Stanford University, champions of every field.
Capability inside and out. How it should be. The Hyundai Santa Fe.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 1.99% APR plus up to $1,500 bonus cash or up to $4,500 total savings. Hurry in.
Ambly his Stanford Cardinal 5th in the country, up by 3. Clemson led the entire first half of this set, and then Stanford really, since the timeout and the overturn, is taking control. What have you seen that's maybe different for the Cardinal right now, Aaron?
Well, I think they got their passing under control, so they're able to run a complete in system, which means that they're able to set all 3 of their front row hitters, a back row hitter if there happens to be one at that time. Also, Sayer is playing very well, a middle blocker for the Cardinal. 6 kills, hitting 1,000. Wow.
You can't get better than that. I do know that math checks out. Service error there. Tigers down by 2. Catherine Sant with the ball. Big swing, nicely done. Blasov, no problem finding a kill there.
Blasov here, again, a freshman, redshirt sophomore, but she just elevates and delivers from the left side.
She's got 3 kills. Sometimes sports are difficult, but sometimes you just give it to the hot hand. And Stanford's been doing that. Clemson's doing it too. Mia Moore, that cross-court shot has been money for her in the first.
Yeah, she's really hard to time, I think, for the blocks to defend her because she does have great hang time, and she's hitting with that left-handed swing that has so much power behind it.
And they love playing her off the right. This is Claire Luma, sophomore from Franklin, Wisconsin. Ends up on the wrong side for the Cardinal, and Clemson is now within 1.
Nice block there by Mia McGrath. That's her 2nd for the evening.
And McGrath and Okur, a good combination when Nil Okur ends up right there in the middle. Here's Luma, this gym silent. Some tense moments here in the first, and another block. Okur and Moore tie this game at 19.
The Tigers have got to be so excited to be tied 19-19 in the first set against one of the best teams in the country. Massive block.
We just talked about the efficiency of Stanford, but 2 errors there. Clemson's block, very effective out of the timeout, and right there found the side of the block. Did Blashoff her 4th kill, and Stanford's back in front.
Julia's name can be kind of said similar to like blast off, which is exactly what she does when she hits. I mean, when she leaves the ground and does that beautiful approach from the left side, it's like she's blasting off.
Moore blocked down. Well directed there, the hands of Lizzie Andrew to block that straight down.
Yeah, Lizzie Andrew on that one said, I'm not going to let Mia Moore get another kill here. So she really timed it well, sealed the net, hands were way over. Mia Moore just had nowhere to go.
It helps when you're 6'5". You can better direct the ball and get on top of it like that.
And she's at covers on that night, gets the win.
All right, 3-0 run now for Stanford. Jordan Harvey with the ball, junior from Salt Lake City. What are you looking for here from Clemson to respond?
So they need a great pass in system so they can run all of their hitters, which that was too tight.
Giving Stanford an opportunity. Gildon high on that dig.
Nice set though there.
Block does its job. This is McGrath. Down off the touch. The explosiveness at the net from Mia McGrath.
Such a crucial point there for the Clemson Tigers. We're playing to 25 in this first set. So here again, you see Mia McGrath go up high. She's already exceeded 1,000 career points. And she adds another one.
Service ace there by McKenna Gildon.
The Tigers sitting at 21-22 in the first set against the number 5 team in the country.
Yeah, Stanford with 3 losses on the season. If you're not in the top 6, you haven't beaten them. They lost to number 1, number 2, and number 6 at various times. We'll see if Clemson can take a set off the Cardinal here at home. And they're tied at 22 as that attack goes long.
Great discipline by the Tigers to make sure there was no touch on that block, because that is absolutely what Stanford's going for.
McGrath, she dumps it. And 4 straight points for Clemson here, and another timeout for Stanford. And Kevin Hambly wants to chat. His team on the ropes here on the road.
That is such an exciting point.
Here's a look at it. What went wrong here for Stanford?
Well, what went right, I would say, for the Tigers is such an awesome aggressive serve from Gildon, the libero for the Clemson Tigers, because she forced the Cardinal to make an overpass, and Mia McGrath, again, the leader for the Clemson Tigers, she was all over it, ready to put that ball down and get such a crucial point for the Tigers.
I love your framing of that, too, because Gildon, she's got the hot hand. She started with the ace, but it has been her serving that has forced Stanford to be a little more defensive in his posture, and then Clemson has been efficient when they've gotten attacking opportunities there. And
great for the Tigers because it takes guts to serve that aggressively. At the end of the set, you know, we're only playing to 25. Every point is, or every move is, either an error or a point. So to serve aggressive, if you miss, it's a point for their team. So I think the Tigers right now are just saying, listen, we got nothing to lose. Why not go after it? So they should be very proud of themselves.
Crowd very engaged here inside Jervey Gym in Clemson. Tigers 2 points away from a win. How about this start for Mia McGrath? She's so important in so many ways, filling up the stat sheet again tonight.
3 kills, and 3 kills we expect from her, but 3 blocks, coming in again at 5'10", one of the smaller players on the team, but she has a great vertical, and she's very disciplined.
Gildon again, a tough serve to handle. Dig. That's not going to get it done. 23 all, and another kill for Blashoff. Blashoff now with 5 kills, Sayer with 6 to lead Stanford, and Blashoff now to serve. McGrath deadens it. Slide.
Nice.
Luma down, but over and wide, and now it's set point for the Cardinal at 24-23.
The Cardinal went back to one of their favorite plays, which is running the middle block on the slide, which is behind the setter. They just keep finding that one-on-one opportunity, which is so effective.
Blashoff. Moore with the right hand. Gildon, great effort. Back to Moore, gets it done, and we play on in the first.
And the crowd's on their feet. Everyone's excited, and rightly so. That was an amazing play. Look at the up from Gildon, the libero, and going back to one of their favorite on-fire players right now, Mia Moore. Great dig by the Tigers.
Addie Raines keeps it alive. Hansen the block, and now it's set point for Clemson here in the first. Look at the Tigers block. That's 5 for them in the first set.
And wow, I don't know many people in the nation that would have expected for the first set for the Tigers to be up 25-24. It's all because their defense is amazing right now.
McGrath. Poked across. Sant keeps it alive, and they'll just have to send it over. Back to the middle. And again, that slide for Lizzie Andrew. And
Wow.
we're tied at 25.
That is just amazing volleyball. That set was well off the net, and it's almost like she wants it there because Andrew's able to reach so high and smash the ball down.
Coco Kirsch. Nice dig that time by Harvey. Blocked! That's 6 in the first set. How about the setter Sant getting involved at the net?
And we talked about this. I mean, the ACC is such a tough conference. Here we go, having the unranked Clemson Tigers right there, 1 point ahead on the Stanford Cardinal in the first set.
Catherine Sant, 24 blocks on the season, heading into this set. And another block, but Stanford keeps it alive. It's off the touch. And Clemson with a first set win against number 5 Stanford. How? It's unbelievable. All-American by everybody's standards multiple times.
Yeah, amazing. And what she brings is not even just with her play, but her leadership too.
We'll see how Stanford plays with her on the floor here in the second, and how will Clemson respond? Is there a bit of a curveball from Jackie Simpson-Keir? First swing for Rubin.
And she's going to have to warm up a bit because she was sitting that whole first set.
Through the block, there's the freshman. Ejim Aksoy.
Freshman for the Tigers there. She is doing a great job finding the hands of the Cardinal and using them to get a point.
Here's Sant. Way too strong. The confidence in the lone freshman on the roster. Both these teams confident in their freshmen, but Clemson's only got 1. It's a very old roster, but man, they have gone to her over and over. 11 opportunities for Aksoy so far in this game. Into the middle!
Wow.
Okur with pace and power.
This is just such an example of the Tigers are elevating their play to match one of the best teams in the country. That was a huge hit from the middle blocker, Okur.
And we said Kennedy Wagner, very talented outside hitter, best attacker on Clemson's team, out with a leg injury, and so Clemson's had to change some things. They have rotated as many as 4 middles in at a given time, and there's Mia Moore.
Oh no, I think they're calling the Tigers in the net. And you know they want that one back because look at this serve. It creates an overpass opportunity. Mia Moore goes up huge, but unfortunately her wrist hit the net on that one.
And she knew it too. You could see the look on her face as we rolled it there. She knew a little bit of An extra follow-through got the point erased. Mia McGrath gets it back.
And that was a beautiful play from the Clemson Tigers, coming back after an error. But look at this in-system pass. They're able to run a quick ball to the outside, and Mia McGrath goes up with everything she has to crush the ball down.
Here's McKenna Gildon at a service ace and served for a while late in the first set. In, right on the corner. Well placed down the line by Rubin.
And there is what the Cardinal are looking for from their senior leader, Rubin. She stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. Again, she sat the first set, and they brought her in the second set because the Tigers are playing very well.
And a net violation there by Stanford, it looked like, and Clemson going to regain the lead.
We'll see if we can see the net here. Yep, because the Stanford were kind of acting like they didn't know who was in the net, but on that replay you could see the arm did hit the net.
Logan Parks, 24, another freshman who started this game. There again, the attack wide for Blashoff.
Couple substitutions here. We got Sayer coming back to the front row for the Cardinal. Number 6, Coco Kirsch serving.
McGrath drops it down. Nice handling by the Cardinal to keep it alive. Hansen the slide. Dug out by Rubin. Blashoff, nice swing there. McGrath.
Nice
Hansen, the hustle. McGrath. Did they get the touch? They did not. This will be a Stanford point there. Clemson thought sure they would get the touch. Not going to challenge, though. It looked like Jackie Simpson-Kier was looking for one. It'll be Stanford a 5-4 lead now.
Again, nice, close, aggressive volleyball from both sides, keeping the score tight. That was out of system, though.
See if Stanford can capitalize. Yes, right on the line. Blashoff delivers. 7 kills now for Julia Blashoff. Stanford with 3 straight points to take a modest lead here in the second set. Blashoff now 7 kills, just 1 error. She's also got 7 digs and 2 blocks already. Very good start. Another opportunity for her, and it's down. Make it 8 kills for Blashoff.
And that was a really smart play by number 7 for the Cardinal. She has been so effective with hitting the ball so hard, so she knew she could catch the Tigers on their heels, and she just dropped a nice tip shot over the blocker's hands.
Blashoff, by the way, she was on the U19 national team in the Pan American Cup in Puerto Rico. She was the captain on that gold medal winning team, so
wow,
this is not anything new.
And here you see number 16 for the Tigers. Again, the only freshman coming out of the back row, swinging huge, getting another point.
I like getting Oxoy involved in different ways here.
I think she likes it too.
She likes that too. Another one for Oxoy. That's 5 kills for her.
I know the coaching staff has got to be thrilled with her play right now. Again, she's listed as a freshman on the roster, but she's playing well beyond her years.
She had 6 kills at Wake Forest in the last match, so she's getting a little more run, but already 5. You're thinking she's going to soar past that if they continue to send the ball her way.
Which I do think they will. Sant is front row for the Tigers right now, so there's 2 front row hitters, and then you have Mia McGrath coming from the back row.
Hansen. The middles continue to deliver for this team.
That's such a great play by Hansen and Sant, the setter. Just beautiful connection, beautiful timing.
5 kills for Kate Hansen, who's back on the service line now. Block, a solo block, and the emotion from Oxoy.
And I don't really want to say that Stanford's doing anything wrong. It's just that the Tigers are doing so much right.
Marvelous effort so far. And off the touch, that'll go wide, and a good attack out of the middle for the Cardinal to regain the lead.
Harvey, number 5 for the Cardinal. She is another leader for the team, and I think they're going to try to get her going more if they're going to have a chance to win this set. Athletic
family. Her dad, former Utah basketball player, cousin Aaron Gordon, who made 10 threes last night. The first NBA player in 5 years to make 10 threes in an opening game.
Oh, that's exciting.
There we go.
So was that serve. And that's interesting because Blasov, she has a really tricky serve, and I can see why people are aced by her because, ooh, and that was barely out. She does the footwork as if it's going to be a float serve, and then sometimes she puts topspin on it, and sometimes she comes with that really aggressive float.
She almost got the topspin here to sneak this in.
Yeah, and that's the kind of serve that will land on the back line at the last second.
Rubin, well placed. Moore with the quick feet. If Clemson wins, it'll feel more like a soccer goal than a volleyball point.
And Clemson is well known for its soccer skills.
Moore down. Mia Moore keeps the play alive and then wins the point. How about that?
They're just having so much fun, and why not? They have nothing to lose. They're playing the number 5th team in the country that's here in their favorite place to play, Jervy. You don't always need to use your hands. Sometimes you can use your foot, and it's just as effective.
Mia Moore leading the Tigers with 6 kills, and right there, too hot to handle. Again, going wide, that is Harvey. One more time, you mentioned trying to get her going. It seems like the Cardinal getting her more comfortable.
This is an awesome rotation for the Cardinal. They have 3 of their top players in the front row, setters coming from the back row. I imagine they're going to try to score a lot of points in this rotation.
Stanford, a couple of opportunities to get cheap points. They couldn't get it, but the block gets it done with Rubin and Andrew. That's Rubin's first block.
And this is what we're talking about with Rubin. She brings so much leadership to the team. Again, it doesn't mean that she always has to be the one getting the kill, but she knew how to set up the block so that her middle blocker could get the block.
Too long. That's one thing. Stanford, that's their 4th service error. And you're talking about a minuscule difference between these two teams so far. Stanford -2 in that category.
Exactly, and it's okay if you're balancing it out with the aces, which they have 2 aces, but they are making some errors at crucial points in the match. Now, I know Coach Hambly likes for his team to serve aggressively, so at the end of the night, if they have enough aces, he's going to be happy.
Big swing and just a little bit long.
And we know Rubin has a little bit of an injury. Again, she did not play the first set, so she still is probably warming up. It's hard to come off the bench and play.
Tigers give it right back. Claire Luma, very good. That back line just a little bit too aggressive there with her line. Okur. Boy, she handled that brilliantly from Sant.
And again, it starts with that awesome pass from the Clemson Tigers so that Sant has all of her offensive options. And you love when you can get your middle a one-on-one opportunity.
All smiles for Okur. 3 kills for the transfer. McGrath, a running start. Gets it to go.
The Tigers right now are just firing from all angles. They're doing so much right. Here is this huge ball that McGrath just goes up, and it's her favorite type of hit where she can find the blocker's hands and hit it off their hands for the point.
That has been the money play for Stanford so far, and they go to it again here for Andrew.
And this is where I think you'll see from Stanford, they have this like expectation that they have to win this match and the pressure of it. And so they're not like celebrating as much. I mean, that's a great kill. And they're like, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. So I think that for them, if they could kind of relax a little bit and have some fun, they may come out with a better outcome.
All right, that point goes for Stanford, but Jackie Simpson-Keir is going to challenge whether there was a touch there.
So Clemson will lose their challenge.
So that means that there was no touch on the play. So Mia Moore is going up here. She was trying to find the hands from the Cardinal block.
It did look a little bit awkward. I wonder if it came a little bit off the side of Moore's fingertips there. Maybe that's the reason why they challenged. At any rate, we've got a good battle here. These two teams in the first set and a half, 1 point difference between them.
And here's Ruben, again, the leader for the Cardinal team.
Calmly keeps it up. That was a good play there by Parks. Again with the dig on the Moore attack. Blashaw.
Awesome up by Gildon, the libero for the Tigers.
McGrath wide, and it's 16-14 Stanford.
So this is where it's so crucial for the Tigers to stay within that 1 point. Do not let the Cardinal get on a run.
Elia Rubin gets it, just coaxes it over the net. She gets the ace there, and a 3-point Cardinal lead.
She'll take it anyway.
I did the math right. A quarter of his losses have actually been in postseason play. So in regular season, he's barely lost 30 times. That's just an unbelievable level of consistency. And that included last year where you've got a lot of cross-country travel and having to deal with a lot of stuff. I mean, look at that. 7 straight appearances, 2 national championships, and 3 straight regional final appearances for him.
Yeah, amazing career, amazing success. And here they are being challenged on this Friday night in Derby Gym in Clemson, South Carolina.
All right, what's the talking point for Jackie Simpson-Keir coming out of the timeout, her team down 3?
I'm going to assume that she's saying, keep doing what you're doing, because we're doing a lot of things right. So it starts right now with this pass.
They go to Moore, and off the top of the net, it goes wide. So the Cardinal continue that run. It's now 5 straight points. My opinion, not a bad idea to go through Moore there.
Yeah, she's proven that she can get the job done. I think that set was a little farther inside than she likes it.
McGrath blocked down, and look at Stanford. This is the first real run that the Cardinal have been on so far today.
And this is where Stanford just kind of comes in and says, listen, we're going to take care of business. This is what we do great. We block well, we serve tough. So they're showing that right now.
Andrew and Parks, the combo there at the net. Moore finds space and stops the bleeding for the moment.
Nice, smart play by Mia Moore here, coming out of the middle. She just saw the open spot on the court and placed it so perfectly. Wow.
Great play there. Wow. That ball had some crazy spin on it.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure Andrew got it clean, but she got it down.
I wasn't sure that ball would be in just because of the so sharp angle she was going for, but it was in.
That looked like a cutter from a right-handed baseball pitcher. That was crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful pass.
Sant tried to get one over, and so does the setter for the Cardinal as Logan Parks gets a point. Stanford now leads 21-15 here in the second set.
And that's a significant lead. Nice, smart heads-up play here by the setter for the Cardinal, finding the open spot on the court. Sometimes the setter just says, I got this point, guys. I'll take care of it.
McGrath gets it back. McGrath blocked down again. This time it's Sayer and Parks up front.
Yeah, Sayer, she is an awesome player all around. We've seen her get tons of kills tonight, but there she is showing how moving forward.
You see there the 4 newcomers. The only freshman, Oxoyer's got 5 kills today. You also see Nilo Kerr, a transfer in. Some very talented players, couple that you haven't seen. The big loss for Clemson, of course, Kennedy Wagner was on the way to an all-ACC season. And unfortunately, the lower leg injury, and then the Tigers come out of the timeout, and they're not done yet. Well placed.
Nice aggressive hit here by Hansen. Smart heads-up play. She's having a good night.
Kate Hansen, 6 kills already today. Gildon, a tough dig. Oxoy, nice dig there. In right on the line, and again, Blashaw delivers her 9th kill to lead everybody in the gym.
We see her hit a lot of cross court. That was a nice down the line shot for the outside hitter, 6'3" from Carlsbad, California.
Serve into the net. Error there from Parks. Hansen has it now for Clemson. She needs to serve a while for the Tigers. Parks sets up the kill, and it's wide, just wide from Sayer.
And that's one of the few misses that we've seen from her.
Yeah, Sayer was kind of carrying the Cardinal in the first set for a while. Been a little more quiet in the second. Hansen into the net, and that'll give Stanford a chance to win the second set.
Yeah, playing to 25. Clemson did win the first set. Very exciting. Stanford is taking care of business in the second set.
Ball's in the hands of Blashaw.
There's that very interesting serve from her.
Down, the leader Rubin, back for the second set, and effectively ends it. Her 2nd kill of the match, and a nice job by Stanford getting off the mat after a tough.
Exciting volleyball, and this is what it's all about.
Stanford with the ball and an opportunity to strike first here in the 3rd set. Back to Oxoy, and the Tigers do start well, and the energy from the freshman as she matches her career high in an ACC match with 6 kills.
Nice, and she's got a long way to go still tonight.
The only time she had more than 6 was against Elon earlier this year. She had 8 kills. A good start. Here's Claire Luma.
Good tough serve there from the Tigers.
The little hesitation there, and it actually may have cost Rubin. She had to wait on that ball a long time.
And this is where we don't know if Rubin is 100% or if she was just taking a resting night, but normally she would get that kill.
That's Moore and O'Kerr with the block. Here's Luma. Big swing right to Sant. McGrath, nice job by the block that time. Back to Rubin, blocked again. Far side, big swing blocked, out. And it'll be Stanford's point by inches as Harvey gets the credit.
So again, great blocking by the Clemson Tigers throughout that whole rally. I mean, they almost had it right there, but big swing from Harvey, and she just was able to use the block just enough to get the point.
There's another look at Harvey. 5 kills, an efficient night thus far. Moore, left hand, quick trigger. Rubin, nice spot. Luma had to hustle. Harvey again. Outside. Clemson the early lead in the 3rd set. Another look at it.
So Rubin, again, she sat that first set, so she's a little bit off, it seems. So it'll take her some time to warm up, but she is the difference maker right now for the Cardinal.
Off the net, nice hustle there by Andrew, and then the attack into the net. You mentioned in system, out of system. That time Stanford couldn't quite get it together, and Harvey had an awkward look at it.
Yeah, I will say that was an awesome up by the middle blocker, but it also took her out of the play, so smart serve by the Tigers.
Gildon has been the most effective server for Clemson so far today, and Clemson will get another point on the net violation.
Yeah, that was actually called a back row attack because the setter was coming from the back row, and she touched the ball last, and it went over the net, so that was a point for the Tigers. Could have been a net violation at the same time.
That's
though.
right. Can Clemson keep it going? Moore's got to try. A little bit short. Stanford's first in 4 points. Mia Moore, 6 errors, but they keep going back to her. Excuse me, 7 errors now. But they keep going back to her because she's been very effective.
Yeah, it's like she's either a point or an error, which is okay. That's what they want her to do.
Mia McGrath, same thing.
And in this match tonight, she has reached her 1,000th career point and just multiple times has gone beyond it already. But huge hit, smart hit down the line, very tough to defend.
Oh, she's just raced past it now. She didn't stop at all to appreciate the milestone.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go, Lizzie Andrew for Stanford, doing what she does best. Running that slide off 1 foot behind the setter. If she only has one blocker up, I mean, it's just impossible to stop her.
I believe I'm right saying that's 4 straight kills and 4 swings for Andrew. Back to McGrath. Nice dig.
Yeah.
2 nice digs from the back line. That time it's the libero, Spencer Etzler. And in on the line.
Oh, challenge immediately.
Challenge coming.
It was hard to tell.
Well,
yeah.
You talked about the brilliant play on both sides, and it was on display this entire rally.
So that is such a big hit from the middle blocker for the Tigers, Hansen. It was like a heavy swing, which can be so effective.
Stanford's challenging the ball was out.
Now we'll see what the call is. So right now the point has been ruled in favor of Clemson.
We're going to take a look at it here. Was it in? Again, the call on the floor was in. So it has to be indisputable video evidence to overturn.
Looks pretty in to me. What do you think?
I think it was in. I'm not even sure it was fully on the line. It might have been a tad inside. I think for sure.
Yeah, I think the reason Coach Hambly decided to challenge it because it was kind of like a floating hit, which you don't often see on a spike.
Clemson right now up 7-3. If this call's upheld, then you're talking about a 4-point lead in the 3rd set for the Tigers here. At some point, you do wonder if there's game pressure on Stanford. You drop the 1st set, that's fine. But then if Clemson continues to battle, even after the 2nd, okay, they kind of just sprinted right past Clemson late in that set. Maybe they do the same thing here, maybe not. But at some point you wonder if Clemson continues to play well, if there is just game pressure on the Cardinal as a team coming across the country. You've got 2 games in 3 days. How do they respond?
Call is confirmed, ball is in. Stanford will lose their challenge.
We were right.
7-3. Clemson, we've done a good job with those today. We've been really good.
We got this great view up here.
Tigers have come out hot after the intermission. Fans certainly feeling good in the building, including the coach there.
Oh, no. I was worried that might happen.
Into the net. After that, that happens a lot. After the stoppage, everything flattens out.
Exactly. But that's all right. The Tigers still have a nice lead, so we'll see if they can hold on to it.
It's Coco Kirsch. Stanford with 3 service aces.
Woo!
Make it 4. Kirsch
Wow.
with 1 right there.
Awesome serve here. So this ball just barely crosses the net. And it drops almost at the 15-foot line.
Kirsch, an aggressive server. She's got 9 aces now on the season. She gets the dig there. And down, but just wide. Clemson will get the point. Close.
And so this is, I think, what's happening now, Clemson's done such a good job with blocking that the Cardinal are having to hit a little bit around and making moves that they're not used to making. So they're going for extreme sharp angles and missing.
Okur. Again, mishandled there by Stanford because Clemson's been so effective with those serves like you talked about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost as good as an ace. If you can have the other team return an overpass where the blocker can, put it down or smash it down, that's as good as an ace.
Nila Okur, 3 kills today. Excuse me, 4 kills for Okur. McGrath with the dig.
Oh, no.
And a miscommunication there. It was, I think Sant and Raines got caught up, and maybe that ball just wasn't delivered on time.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. And Sant is front row. And, of course, she's the setter, so she wants to touch every second ball if she can.
Stanford a 3rd crack at it. Blasts it long. 10-6 Clemson. We had a perfect view of that attack. You can see where we are up here. We're waving. Hey, right up at the top. This has got to be pretty close to the roof of Old Jervey. One of the things they did before last season, they raised the roof in Jervey Gym, which created maybe a little better environment for everybody. I think all the players appreciated it. It also gave them a chance to kind of spread things out a little bit, give a little more bleachers, and pack a few more people in here. Mia Moore puts them on their feet. It's 11-6 Tigers now, as we called it from the very top of Jervey Gym.
And this is just Mia Moore. I mean, that is not an easy kill to get. Like, nothing was great about that, but she just plays smart, gets it on where it needs to go for the point. Yeah, and here you see some action in Jervey.
Tigers on the road. Catherine Sant serves. Gildon couldn't grab it, and that's a kill for the Cardinal.
Number 5, Harvey there. She hit out of the middle. We often see her hitting from the right side, but again, they want to get her as involved as possible. So they're probably going to move her around. She'll be hitting in front of the setter, behind the setter, anything they can do to get her going.
Flashoff, tight serve. Look at that.
Exactly. Look at that. That's what I was going to say, too.
We're on the same page. That's great. Off the block, Stanford now with back-to-back points. And the response from his team, I'm sure Kevin Hambley loves that. Let's look at picking it up.
Look at that up by Gildon. But ultimately, the Cardinal come away with the point.
Ruben gets it. That ball hits the judge right there on the side. You rarely see that.
But he handled it so well, he didn't flinch or anything. You know that ball was coming hard, too.
I was going to say, if you're doing your job, then it's easy to make that call. If it hits you, it's out.
Yeah, exactly. Good job. Wow, good save by Ruben on that.
McGrath blocked wide. Tigers back up 5. Mia McGrath again.
So we're going to see, again, a replay of that line judge. Oh, my goodness. And that is one of those, like, was that ball in or out? It was so close, but because it hit his foot, he knew it was out.
That's right. Very close, though.
If that had been in, that would have been an amazing serve. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
There's Harvey.
Back to Harvey. Gets it down. She's been money today. Whenever they play through her, good things have happened.
Yeah, she's hitting close to 400 for the evening. She's got 7 kills already on 16 attempts.
Hitting .375. She's got the top hit percentage on this team right now. Moore blocked.
What? But the net move, let's see. But I think the ball hit the floor before the net moved. So, but yeah, woo! Oh my goodness. I think the ball hit the floor before Mia Moore did.
Andrew and Rubin, the combo block. That was power on power. Okor from the middle, easily scooped up by Rubin.
There's
Back
Moore
to
again.
Moore, off the block. So effective in sort of rendering Stanford's block not only ineffective, but actually detrimental to their efforts.
And this is what we were saying with Mia Moore. Like, obviously coaches just told her, just go after it, because she's got 9 kills, but 8 errors, but she's getting the kill when they need her to.
Middle, Sant with the dig, and Hansen able to pass it off. Rubin down. There's the power. That's the player we expected to see.
Absolutely. The All-American player for the Stanford Cardinal.
Rubin's 4th kill of the match. Here's what it looked like after the dig. Hansen in the middle. Good
nice.
hustle. Hansen
Almost.
able to get credit there. 8 kills in 17 swings for Clemson's middle.
Yeah, Kate Hansen's having an awesome night so far. She is just getting involved from the front row when it comes to the kills, the blocks, but she's also bringing it in defense.
She and Sant have such a good rapport on those quick sets. Down out of the corner. And again, the middle slide for Andrew. She's got 7 kills for Stanford.
And I'll say the setter and the middle blocker spend hours in the gym just getting that connection established that you're talking about. And it's so crucial to be able to trust each other.
High for Gildon to set up McGrath. Down,
Wow.
perfectly placed for 23 in orange.
And I'm laughing because Gildon, you know, like that was such a beautiful set from the libero for the Tigers. And for Mia Moore to be able to get a kill off of her set when she doesn't, you know, she's not the normal setter on the team. She's just loving it, eating it up.
Here's McGrath.
The timing is just off for the Cardinals on a lot of plays tonight.
Oxoy able to get the kill. Nobody there for Stanford. As you said, just a little bit out of sync right now. And Clemson's taking advantage at every turn.
Yeah, and so even though the Tigers are not one of the top teams in the ACC, so look, they're making a substitution. The Cardinals subbing when it comes to the setter position. And that's what we're talking about with the timing and the hitters. So Coach Hamley is hoping a new setter is going to get the Cardinal back on track.
Taylor Yu, sophomore from Temple City, California. That's a good way to start. Feed that middle.
Yep, comes off the bench in the 3rd set here. Delivers high to her star, Lizzie Andrew, who gets the job done.
She's played in 15 of the 19 matches coming in, so now 16 of 20. So Yu not coming in totally cold. This is her 32nd set she's appeared in this year. Block. Another crack at it from the back line. Rubin, a good spot.
Awesome play there by Stanford. Good defense. You see the leader, Rubin, coming from the back row there with the hang time. Nice hit.
17-14, Clemson by 3. Hansen slides, nicely done.
Good defense from both teams.
Freshman Oxoy couldn't find the middle. Space and in. What a shot there by Erica Sayer.
Sayer's having such a great night already. I know she's from Colorado Springs, where the Olympic Training Center is.
Nicely placed. Kate Hansen, what a night. 9 kills, no errors for the junior.
Wow, that is incredible. And she's not always like crushing the ball. She's just using, you know, her smarts and her eyesight. and she's finding spots where the defense our players are not.
Her career high is 14 kills. Again, she's got 9, and they keep going to her. Easily one of the better options for Clemson so far as she hits the bench.
Yeah, and it's all because their passers are doing such a good job keeping Clemson in system.
You will serve.
It's very hard to run a middle blocker if you don't have that good pass.
And long. Stanford will take it. And it feels like Clemson's playing really well, but Stanford's just kind of hanging around. They've not led in a while here in this third set, but they're within 1 here, 18-17.
Yeah, we'll see what they do now. Playing to 25.
Okur a little behind her. Wide. Looking for a touch.
And one line judge did call a touch.
That's right.
So let's see if they challenge this. She's taking a timeout, no challenge.
If Jackie Simpson-Keir will take a timeout, we're tied at 18. That's good eyes there from the line judge to call that touch. And it gives Stanford a chance to tie the game. Here's another look at what we saw at the net. Hard to tell from that depth, but it does look like it may have nicked Okur's left hand there, right, Aaron?
Yeah, and this is the ball that was called in or touch?
It was called touch,
okay.
yeah.
So it was called a touch. So we're looking there to see, yeah. And I like the RPI balances more than just the win-loss record, so it can give a ranking of a team, you know, based on who they're playing with a really tough schedule.
Down and in. Nice drop shot there. And Raines was ready to dig it and let it go. And that decision gives Blashoff a kill.
And such a smart decision by Blashoff here. She's been getting so many huge hits. And so she, every once in a while when she changes the speed, the Tigers aren't ready for it. 19-19, all tied up here. That's exciting.
You with the service error. Mia Moore going to go in for the Tigers, playing on the left side of the formation. Now she's going to slide over. Sant feeds it middle to McGrath. Touched, and Clemson regains the lead.
Wow, what an awesome hit from Mia McGrath there. She had 3 blockers up from the Stanford Cardinal, and she just says, just show me your fingers. I'll get a kill.
Sant upset with herself there. You could probably see it on the left of your screen. Not happy with the effort that time as they're tied again at 20-all.
Yeah, and what an awesome point in this match. I mean, I don't know if anyone would have thought the Clemson Tigers would be here in the third set, tied 1-1 and 20-20.
Well, good serve. Gildon digs it out, and Okur puts it down.
They're playing like a top 5 team, the Clemson Tigers.
An incredible effort. This team, again, had some of the life sucked out of them when Kennedy Wagner goes down. They've had a couple other injuries, too, and really have had to find themselves again while navigating one of the toughest stretches of ACC play, where Jackie Simpson-Keir would tell you, and a couple of the efforts there probably just they didn't play well in some opportunities to win. Boy, regaining their footing and their confidence in this gym against this opponent has been so fun to watch tonight.
And the defense is on fire. No balls hitting the floor.
By Sant, and a touch wide. Mia Moore gets the kill. And this crowd is in it now with Clemson up 2.
And they're excited because the effort is just unbelievable. They're showing so much. She's proven she can still get the kill.
Here is Luma again. The Tigers consecutive points here to take a 2-point lead in the third set, and just a little long out of the timeout. That's the result that Kevin Hambly's looking for.
Exactly. Oldest coaching trick in the book. Take that timeout, see if you can mess the server up.
Always. Here's Spencer Etzler, the freshman from Coldwater, Ohio, in the libero role. Almost gets the ace. McGrath sneaks it across. Wow, just underneath the block that time.
And that is like an awesome kill for Mia McGrath, but you kind of wonder how in the heck did she get that ball through the Stanford block on that? Their hands must have just not been sealing the net. That's why it's so important to push your hands as far over, not as high.
That's going to get down behind Clemson's bench, and another kill for Jordan Harvey. 23-22 Clemson with a set 1 win. And now looking to take a 2-1 lead with 2 points to go. Harvey serves an overpass. Chance for you. She couldn't get that point. McGrath, nice dig. Good effort by Harvey there.
This is going to be a free ball opportunity for the Tigers. See if they can take advantage.
Moore got it to go. And it's set point for Clemson in the 3rd.
I mean, wow. What an awesome play. And you can see the huge smile from Mia Moore. Look at her go up and just find the seam and crush that ball. Did she eat her Wheaties this morning or what?
Unbelievable. Serve. Stanford needing points quickly.
So this is another basic free ball opportunity. Oh.
Hansen, was it touched? It was not, and Stanford will get the point.
Wow, so close to putting the ball away and taking another set off Stanford Cardinal.
If you're Stanford, nobody better to have the ball than Elia Rubin.
Absolutely.
It's McGrath. Pops it across. To the middle. Andrew out. And Clemson takes the 3rd set, but hold on.
Uh-oh, yep. Challenge.
We're going to have a challenge here from Stanford.
Stanford was challenging that the ball was in.
All right, well, smart challenge.
This is a great challenge.
You have to do it because even if the ball is out, it's just too much on the line at this point. Literally on the line
Oh, man,
or not.
boy, that is close.
Yep. So if Stanford wins this challenge, then we're back to a 24-24. Wow. I'm not calling it.
Now, we would argue the replay center, they have different camera angles than we do. We're giving you the best approximation that we can.
Yeah.
They are looking at a different set of angles. So they've got high-speed camera down the line. They can get a good look at it. Here's the call.
The call on the court will be ball reversed. The ball is in. Stanford will retain their challenge.
That's very close, and you could tell maybe it clipped the back of that line. So Stanford stays alive, 24-24.
Wow. I mean, what an unbelievable, like, exciting moment in this match. Clemson had won the set if the call stood, but because it was reversed, Stanford now has a chance to come back and win the set.
Once again, Rubin. Can Clemson respond? McGrath gives them the lead. Boy, how hard is that? You think you win, then you don't, and the next swing you get is a kill to put yourself in that situation again.
And also just the beautiful in-system pass that started from the defense on the Clemson Tigers. A beautiful set from Sant, but again, give it to your leader, Mia McGrath.
McGrath across, again the middle, Andrew.
Here's a chance for them to take this set.
Freshman Oxoy dug out. Perfect pass, drop down. A dunk by Andrew, and Jackie Simpson-Keir can't believe it.
So this is a little bit of the new rules in volleyball now. In my day, no way would that have been allowed, because basically the hitter took it from a little bit behind her head and then pushed it down, which would have been completely illegal. But in today's world in volleyball, we do want to keep the game going more, so you see more things are like relaxed, not called. But wow, again, 25-25.
Interesting choice from Kevin Hambley there. He goes back to Logan Parks as the setter, so U comes out at 25 all. McGrath dug out that time by Harvey.
Great up.
Chance for the Cardinal. Out of the back line, Rubin. Plenty of bodies there. McGrath just sends it. Blasts off, gets it done. And now Stanford with set 3 point. Here's a look at the last point here to make it 25 all. This is what we're talking about here.
Oh, right. Yep. It's a look. If and when the ball crosses the net, the Tigers are looking for a great pass and the option to run 2 hitters in the front row because Sant is front row, and then you got Mia McGrath coming from the back row.
Stanford, the highest ranked team that Clemson has taken a set off of since Jackie Simpson-Keir became the head coach. Trying to take a second here, but the Cardinal now with set point. Gildon keeps it up, and Hansen finds a dig from Rubin. Harvey, back to Blashow. Low, Oxtoy blocked wide, and we keep playing in the third.
And I just love the smiles that are coming from the Tigers right now, because some of this stuff, it's just like, how did that happen? You know, was it a little bit luck, but a little bit smarts? She'll take it either way.
Oxtoy now with 8 kills. Freshman getting lots of opportunity today. Here's Hansen to the back line. Hanging the block down the line, and Sayer gets the kill, and now Stanford again up 1 with a chance to take the third.
Freshman middle blocker Sayer for the Stanford Cardinal. She is having an awesome night. Great pass.
Oxtoy down but wide, and Stanford takes the third. A contentious third set ends in the Cardinal leading 2-1. How about that? Looked like they faced a lot of pressure. They just sort of stuck with it. They got the critical points. They had a couple of bounces that go their way, and then all of a sudden look up, and they're up 2-1 despite the fact that Clemson has played quite well tonight, and now Stanford takes the early lead on a service here.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some great leadership from the Clemson Tigers, and then some of the youth coming out from the Stanford Cardinal. We have Taylor Yu is back in as the setter for the Cardinal.
Drop down, there's Okur. Again, continuing to impress. Nil Okur, the talented Michigan State transfer out of the middle.
And she brings a lot of leadership. She and her setter, Sant, have really worked on that connection that you were mentioning earlier, so she's able to be much more effective in this match.
Here's Luma. She's been effective without an ace tonight with the serve, and almost got one there. Here's Mia Moore. Long.
So
Error on the attack that time.
We'll see if the Tigers are able to keep that momentum going, because they have played phenomenal tonight against the top 5, number 5 team in the country.
Now the libero, Etzler. Middle, long again from Okur. A rare mistake from Nil Okur. Now they're going to say touch there. If the line judge from the back, and Stanford a bit confused. They're going to challenge that.
And it's, I don't think either team quite knows what the call is at this point.
That's right. So Stanford's trying to figure it out.
Did he call a challenge?
And I believe that it will be a challenge. Again, the confused expressions across the board are a little tough to decipher up here.
Stanford is challenging. There was no touch on the play.
All right, so Stanford's saying no touch, that the ball's out. Clemson, of course, hoping the call stands. It does feel like Stanford has gotten the better of a lot of these reviews on both sides today. Here's a look at it now.
Okur's up. Yeah, so does not look like she made any contact with the 6'5" blocker's hands in her face. Good hang time by Okur on
Very
by the
good
way.
hang time, yeah.
So I think she hit over the block, and it does go out of bounds. So the only chance the Tigers can get a point is if there's a touch. So the line judge in the back did see, he called a touch. So we'll see what the call is here.
There is a little movement in that pinky, but I'm not sure that's from the ball as much as it is just flexing your fingers up there.
Yeah.
Hard to tell. And now again, it's very, and again, different views sometimes. It's quite possible you could look at that and say maybe not enough evidence to overturn. That's always sort of one of the things that's within the purview of the official. And it doesn't matter across sports. That's, you know, regardless, sometimes that is the judgment call. Sometimes they go, well, these things are black and white. There are lines, there are things that you hit. But in reality, sometimes it's a judgment call whether those markers.
Call will be overturned. The ball's out. No touch.
Yep.
Stanford will retain their challenge.
So an overturn again. These have gone
right.
These have gone Stanford's way tonight on these very close plays. And
yes.
Listen, that could be the difference between a Clemson win and a Stanford win at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. So very smart use of the challenge by Coach Hambly. We didn't have the challenge when I played, so we had to really be like great actresses and pretend that we either didn't, you know, there's no way I touched that ball, no way.
Into the middle, a quick set. Harvey. This time McGrath popped up into the air, out of the block. Can Gildon get an assist? Yes, it's in. Both judges say in.
And I'm watching Coach Hambly here to see if he's going to use a challenge again.
I was going to say.
Because he was right by the ball. It almost hit him. But again, he's standing out of bounds, so it didn't hit him, so it should have been in.
Stanford up a point. Again, a middle attack, Andrew, in. That's been effective. Really, both teams have seen a lot of success feeding their middles.
Yeah. I would imagine the Cardinal are going to really work on that for the rest of the set.
Rubin gets it down. Right on the line.
And she's smiling and having fun because, again, she could have crushed it, but she just decided to do a nice little roll shot here over the block, right on the line. That just shows experience and maturity in that play.
Clemson will get it back. 5-3, the Stanford advantage here. You wonder if Rubin, and we talked about Rubin did not play in the first set. You wonder if maybe a little fresher legs might be of benefit here to Stanford, because these teams have played hard in the first 3 sets.
Yeah, very good point.
Popped up, Loomis sends it over. Gives Stanford a chance to operate.
Nice double block up there. Finally slowed down the middle.
Gildon keeps it alive. McGrath off the block again. And again, that's where fatigue, particularly Clemson's attackers are smaller, Aaron. And so those attacks, you've got to continue to be explosive into the block again.
Especially against such a huge block there. It was an out-of-system play, so, I mean, they knew it was going to most likely go to the left pin. So they were just sealed up, and Mia McGrath had nowhere to go.
Oxoy is in for Clemson now, and Rubin will serve long. Stanford up 2, 6-4 in the fourth. Back and forth we go. The only time any team really felt like they had total control, Clemson was up 5 early a couple of times in the third set, but it was that Stanford run in the middle of the second where they took command and never let go. Otherwise, it has been back and forth, tit for tat, all the way.
Nice blocking. Oh, my
Hansen,
goodness.
look at the play.
Okay, wait. There's
net violation there? Is that what they're calling?
Yep. And let's see here, though. Challenging. All right, I missed it, so we're going to look at this replay to see. Wait.
Oh, just a little touch there.
It almost, I almost would say maybe the Cardinal were in the net, too. So, nope, there it is. Her tiny pinky or something touched the net at the end, Hansen there.
That's the second time we've seen that from Clemson, and more on her follow-through got it after
Right.
she put a ball down, and the same thing happened there with Hansen. Sant with the dunk.
The Stanford team forgot that the Sant was front row there, so they were allowing her an open opportunity, and she's like, I'll take that, thanks. I like being front row.
First kill for Catherine Sant today.
The setter, yep. Setters don't always get kills, so when they do, it's extra fun.
Off the top of the block, that's well placed by Blashow as she continues to impress. A dozen kills now for Julia Blashow tonight.
Wow. And there she is. Oh my goodness. She just has the ability to place the ball. She can hit it cross court, down the line. Such control.
Out of the middle, big swing by Erica Sayer, the freshman. And a timeout called by Clemson.
Is on fire as a freshman, middle blocker. She has so many one-on-one opportunities, though, too, so you can give credit to her setter, to the passers, to the other hitters who are taking some blocks away from her. But she is playing amazing as a freshman.
Sant not able to deliver a clean ball to occur, and there, again, not quite on point right now. Clemson, for the first time, looking a little shaky when they're trying to set themselves up.
Yeah, I think you're right when you were pointing out that fatigue may be setting in at this point. I mean, they played so hard against such a great team. Let's see if they can keep it up.
McGrath
That was a good one.
Dig, and can't keep it in play. Mia McGrath able to stop the bleeding for Clemson.
So she didn't show any signs of fatigue on this one. Here she is coming out of the back row against two blockers and hitting it so hard that the defender cannot control it.
McGrath leads the Tigers with 13 kills, third on the team with 7 digs. She's also got 3 blocks and a free hit with no block there for Sayer, and she couldn't keep it in. She is really upset with herself after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a little bit of a mistiming, so it wasn't like it was a perfect opportunity. But yeah, she felt she could have got the kill with only 1 blocker up.
Blashow there. Now Moore goes cross and wide.
And there's an example of Mia Moore, who may be showing some fatigue now after having such an awesome evening so far with 11 kills, but now she's had 9 errors.
Stanford up by 4. Blashow. Middle, nice dig. That's Yu who's back in. Moore wins the battle at the net and out. So again, the little things there, Clemson not able to keep the ball in on that 1v1 at the net, and now Stanford's up 5.
Yeah, and this is an opportunity here where the Clemson Tigers have to capitalize on this. And so, again, I think you're right. There's some fatigue coming out.
Big swing, Rubin, the power. No problem there. Elia Rubin has ceded some ground tonight to younger players, but when they have needed a point, she has been ready.
And the only set the Stanford Cardinal lost was when Rubin was taking a break on the sideline.
Luma into serve now for Clemson. The Cardinal will go from here to Atlanta, Georgia, take on Georgia Tech on Sunday, and then fly right back across the country, only to come back east for 2 more next weekend.
Yeah.
Mia McGrath down. Nice pancake. Can it get across? Not quite.
When you talk about the ACC restructuring and some of the teams coming in, that was what us volleyball fans were like, wow, that's going to be so tough on Stanford and Cal. Look at that up by the leader, Rubin, coming all the way from the left side of the court to dig that.
She's got 8 digs to go along with her 7 kills tonight. This is McGrath. Nice dig. That's well done. Nice block.
Yep. That was actually a smart play by McGrath, though, too, to bring the ball back to her side.
Miscommunication there. Little overexertion by Sant and Moore. You'd rather see that than passivity if you're a coach. But Stanford gets the point regardless.
Yeah, and look at the front row for the Cardinal right now. It's going to be really tough for the Tigers to get out of this rotation.
You see there, you got Ruben, you've got Andrew, and you've got Harvey up there. And yet, there's a kill.
Amazing. Good job. So here's Okur from the middle, going up saying, I don't care who's in front of me, I'm going to get this kill.
That quick set has been so effective when they've been able to time it up. Gildon strong. Stanford a 15-10 lead now in the fourth set. This gym was ready to explode. It looked like Clemson had won the third set. And since that point, been hard to get that same level of energy back. Stanford's done a good job of seizing control.
Oh.
Put down, there's you.
Nice play by the setter for the Cardinal. Here's Taylor Yu. She was front row. She hit this like she was going to set it, so there was no blocker on her.
Taylor Yu, a 16-10 Stanford lead. We'll come back in a moment. For the NCAA tournament, here's a look at key dates. You know, after this weekend, it'll be the halfway point of the ACC schedule, and then it's downhill to the selection show right around Thanksgiving. And then December is when championships are crowned.
Absolutely, and the selection show is so fun. You're sitting with your teammates, seeing, you know, if your team made it, what the seeding is. And the championships this year are in Kansas City, Missouri.
Stanford looking to be represented there. Certainly a squad with a great chance. And they have begun to pull away from the Clemson Tigers here on the road, 17-10 in the fourth set.
Yeah, and that's a significant lead in rally scoring where every single play results in a point.
McGrath. Oh, nicely done. That's Ruben. 18-10. Ruben gets the point. McGrath tried to sort of flick one over top, and then Ruben able to actually get it done to the back corner.
And you can see some fans in the stands are kind of like, is that another one of those throws where they hold the ball a little too long? But in today's volleyball, it is allowed.
Hansen too strong. Stanford a 5-0 run now to 19-10. Clemson without timeouts.
Nice floater serve. Good pass.
McGrath too strong. And Jackie Simpson-Keir is going to challenge the touch here.
Yep.
You can't take them with you, so you may as well use it. And this would be the point. I mean, whether you think it is or isn't.
Touch at the end of the play.
Whether you think it is or it isn't, you're out of timeouts, you're down by 10. You may as well use it now to get a little bit of a breather and regroup. And best case scenario, Aaron, you do get the point and maybe get a chance to build some momentum.
Yeah, exactly. So Mia McGrath went up and hit the ball hard, deep. She loves to find the blocker's hands. I mean, that's what she excels at. So right now there was no touch called. And again, that's a 6'5" blocker she's aiming at. So the chances of finding one of those fingers is high.
It did look like maybe a little bit of a nick there just from that angle. Again, it's way back, but it's hard to tell from that angle. Here's a look at what you might see on the ACC network coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Some great volleyball.
Oh, man, look at all those numbers, those ranked matchups. Stanford, Georgia Tech. I'll tell you what, this Stanford team resilient today. They better be resilient in Atlanta against Georgia Tech, a team that's still climbing up the RPI.
Yeah,
Louisville,
exactly.
Louisville, Notre Dame, big. Here's a look at the call. We'll talk about that more in a second.
Go for it. The ball call is confirmed. The ball was out. Clemson will lose their last challenge.
All right, so that's a final challenge. Final chance for Jackie Simpson-Keir to stop the clock, so to speak. Here's a couple of games on the network that Clemson will have. That Wednesday Georgia Tech match where they go Wednesday, Friday home and home. And then right before Thanksgiving on Sunday, November 23rd, they'll face Louisville. And you know what? The timeout works. Stanford with a service error there, and the Tigers will get the point. They're first in 7 points. From 13-10 to 20-10 is just a gut punch. Now can the Tigers hold serve for a while? Not with kills like that from Jordan Harvey off the rope.
And no matter where this match ends up on this set, we're just playing to 25. You know, again, it's best of 5. The Tigers have a lot to be proud of, taking the number 5 team in the country to 4 sets.
McGrath, it sneaks across.
And Mia McGrath just keeps racking up the points tonight, even though she's already passed 1,000. Here she is hitting her, is this her 14th kill?
14th kill of the night,
wow.
That's right. Now she's got the ball.
Good serve, too.
Long look for Blashoff. Back to her. Nice job by Gildon to keep it in play. The freshman, Oxoy, with her 9th. A new season high for the freshman.
She's had such a phenomenal night. Look at the defense from the Tigers, and then big swing from the left side hitter freshman.
Off the top of the block, that's well done by Blashoff again. 14 kills for Julia Blashoff.
Seems like she's had more than that, but she's just been very consistent, hitting .262 for the night, 14 kills, but 42 total attempts. That's incredible.
Down the line and in. Look at this freshman, Ejim Oxoy.
This is the hit she was trying to do earlier in the match when she missed it, but wow, is that a sharp down the line hit. Very tricky, very difficult, and she nailed it.
A career night for her as a young player. Sant tried to get it over quickly, and no pancake there. Another kill for Blashoff. Her season and career high, 16 kills. She's at 15 right now for Stanford, who's 2 points away.
And she's being so smart, too. She's not always hitting it hard. She's placing it softly and getting points that way for her team. So even if she doesn't put the ball down, she's still putting the other team out of system, which really helps her team further on in the point.
Few fans starting to make their way to the exits, but many staying, and Sant really needed that one as Stanford now with match point on the road.
Yeah, you never want to give a team a gift like that at the end of the match, because again, any error by the Stanford Tigers, or excuse me, by the Clemson Tigers at this point is a match point for the Cardinal.
Somehow that was kept alive, and Rubin finishes. Rubin, who set the first, she made sure she made the most of her opportunities in the second, third, and fourth. And the Cardinal get an emphatic 4th set win after really, Aaron, having to gut out that 3rd set. It just felt like the pivot point of this match. And then we saw what a top 5 team does once they feel like they've got a foothold on the result.
Yeah, absolutely. Phenomenal playing by both teams. Excellent volleyball. Now, you know, the Cardinal need to go on the road, take care of business at Georgia Tech, and have a week at home before traveling again. But proud of the Clemson Tigers. Thank you all for joining us tonight.
Yeah, the Tigers, listen, the Tigers played great, and the Cardinal finished great, and they've got to